My great people, my wonderful people, I welcome you to another episode of So I'm Yourself. We don't carry another better come today. So this video now repeat of this lesson where I teach. So many people complain say the paper where I use for that video not too clear like that. And myself I look and say now true say the paper not too clear. So now I want do the lesson so that for those who don't understand waiting some of the markings where they there make una understand. Okay, so for this time around I would like to use basic bodies take draft the bra cup of the bra. So the first thing what we're going to need to do now to just draft our basic bodies, and the measurements where we need the across back measurement or the shoulder measurements. So this one now where we they use now 15 inches, so divided by 2 now 7.5 inches. So from this center front to this point now 7.5 inches. Then I can mark the neckline 3 inches from the center front. After I don't do that one, I can't take this line, I draw the chest line. So this chest line now the half of the round armhole. So you just put your tape measure around your armhole and then measure the figure where you get there. Now you go use half of them for here. So I get 16 inches for my own. I can divide that 16 inches into 2 to get 8. So from here to this point now 8 inches. After I don't do that one now, I can't take from this shoulder point to the bust line. So from the shoulder point to the bust line for this pattern now 10 inches. From the shoulder point to the under bust now 13 inches. Then from the shoulder point to the waistline now 16 inches. So this is now the vertical measurement, that is the straight measurements. After I don't do that one, I can't come from this center front. I mark the bust span measurement for my bodies. So for my own now 8 inches. 8 divided by 2 now 4 inches. So half of the bust span measurement from this center front now 4 inches. So I don't insert the 4 inches for here. So from this bust line I come rule line to the waistline. So make I just mark the lines now so that when I no go they confused. This now the bust line, this now the under bust line, and this now the waistline. So this now the chest line. So these now the figures where we don't now the measurements where we don't insert as in the vertical measurements. The next thing where we do now to get the upper dart line, I come for this shoulder line. I divide the shoulder into 2. That is from here to here, I divide them into 2, then I can connect the line to this bust line here. So now there where we did now. The next thing we want to do now, I want to insert the armhole curve. To get the armhole curve now, I go insert the bust measurement. So the bust now 36 inches. 36 divided by 4 now 9 inches. So 9 there for here. Then I'll come from this chest line. I'll measure them. Waiting I get, I go measure them into 2 equal parts. Waiting, I go mark the midpoint. Then I go come in by ½ inch from here. So just come in here by ½ inch to accommodate the bust line. Afterwards, just take your curved ruler, connect the line to this point here for the bust line. Then you can also use them, connect them from here to the shoulder point. So that is for the armhole. So now see say the bodies done the form small. The next thing we want to do is say we want to insert the body's measurement. So the body's measurement, before we insert the body's measurement, I would like make we insert the dart legs. So the dart legs to insert them come from this bust line, come down by 1 inch. Then from this bust line still go up by 1 inch. So after you don't come down by 1 inch for the bust line, you will come the under bust. You go take 1 inch for both sides. If you take ½ inch as well, depends on how busty way the person is. So if you also take 1.5 inches. If the bust not too big, if you take ½ inch. If now big average size, you take 1 inch, and if now extra large, you just take 1.5 inches. So just take them like that. Then the next thing we will go do, I go use this straight ruler, connect from this under bust line, connect them straight to the waistline like this. After I don't connect them now, I'll use this my curved ruler. See, I will use and take connect the bust from this place to the under bust line. So create the dart leg for this part. Yes, so that side don't set. The next thing we will go do, we go insert the radius of the bust. The radius of the bust now simply the distance between the bust line and the under bust line. So I go come here, I go mark them. For this pattern are 3 inches. So 3 inches there somewhere here. But because I go want to make this cup gets more coverage, I will just add half inch. If you add 1 inch, depends on your preference. So now here be the radius. So from this radius, we go insert the same measurements where we take for the dart from the under bust. So I take 1 inch here for the both sides, but for here, instead of taking 1 inch for the both sides, for here I go just take half inch for this side. Then here I go take 1.5 inch for this side, then here I go take half inch. This now to ensure say then the busts no get, the cups no get gaping for any side. So I'll just use this straight ruler, they connect them. So when you they connect your own, I beg ensure say your dart legs they equal length. So from here to here now 2.5 inches, then from here to here 3 inches. So I will just add half inch to this one here. So just add half inch there, or you subtract from the other leg so that your dart go dey equal. So we don't get this side. Then the next thing we will go do, you'll come for this bust line, just go up by either 1.5 inch or 2 inches. So here I will just go up by 1.5 inches. So when you go up by 1.5 inch from the bust line, see this bust line, now here you will go up by 1.5 inch to 2 inches, depends on your preference. Me, I just want 1.5 inch to go up from there. Then come from this side, mark half inch outwards. So now this one now go be the bra cup separation. So just mark am like this, then use your straight ruler, still mark am down like this. So you see we don't get that part. Now the next thing is to connect the cup to curve out the curve. So I'll just connect from this under bust line to meet this line for here. So see so this side of the cup don't almost form. The next thing we will just do, I will just use this my curved ruler like this. If you use them like this, or if you like, if you use them make it they curved like this. So either way, it depends on the style way or the look way they go for. So you see this side of the cup don't form. So the next thing we will go do, we'll come for this side of the cup, come for the under bust. So we go insert we'll come for the bust line. We'll go insert the same radius of the bust. So the radius of the bust now 3 inches. We could just add half inch to accommodate the bust for this side. Now no say the part where they towards the armpits, now there the bust the full pass. So just add half inch to 1 inch, depends on how covered you want to make it be. So just connect them back to the under bust from there. So that one don't set. Then come here also. So when you come here, just connect this point here to the armhole curve. Just connect them here to the armhole there. Then use your curved ruler. Just blend them out. So you see them now. Everything done set. The next thing we want to do now to just insert the basic measurements. So the measurements we will go insert now. Before we insert the measurements to create the sizing, make we just blend out this sharp curve. Okay, so now the bust measurement now 9 inches. That is 36 divided by 4, 9. So 9 day here plus this half inch plus this 0.75 inches here. That so it will be 9.75. So that 9.75 is there here. Then we'll come add same allowance of 1 inch or 1.5 inch, depends on your preference. So I will just add 1 inch seam allowance there. So just connect them. The next thing we will come to now, we will also insert the same measurement for the bust line. So the measurement where they this chest now we will still mark for the bust line, because the bust line and the chest line are the same measurement. Then you will come for the under bust line. So the under bust line, the under bust measurement round now 30 divided by 4 now 7.5. So that 7.5, you know, say we take 2 inch that here, one here, so that is 2. 7.5 plus 2, that is 9.5 inches. So this 9.5 inches now the measurement. Then we'll come add 1 inch for sewing allowance. We make them 10.5. Then you will come for the waistline. The waist now 32 divided by 4 now 8 inches. So 8 inches plus this 2 inch that allowance will be 10 inches plus the 1 inch for sewing allowance 11. So we will just connect them with our straight ruler like this. So now so it be. We don't finish with this pattern. So just the next thing what we want to do now just to cut out our pattern. So make I cut now, make una see how we go take cut them. But before we cut, if if you like, if you put your sewing allowance for your pattern, or if you don't want put them for your pattern, when you dey cut for your fabric, just add your sewing allowance round. From, we know say we don't add for the side, so just add your sewing allowance for this side of the cup where you want, when you dey cut your material, so that you go use and take join the cups together. So make we cut now. I thank you for your feedbacks, and I thank you for your comments. So I beg, keep the feedback, make it continue to dey come, so that I go know where to improve for the videos. Cut them in such a way where we say the yoke, you go just cut and pass like this from where you cut this. So you just mark them like this, just mark them like this, so that you will fit use the yoke. So this part now, this upper part will come be the yoke. So you will just draw out the neckline like so. So you see them, then just cut out the pattern pieces. So make I show now. So e no dey very difficult, e dey very easy. See the side, this na the side, and this na the center, this na the cuffs. So this na the cuffs for the bralette. So na like this e be. See am. So this na the cuffs for the side. See, this one are two cups, that is the left and the the right and the left side. So this one are one pattern. Make I do the second pattern, so that una go see how easy the thing dey. Okay my people, so this time around, this second cup we want sew, this second cup we want cut, so now the one with the two parts, that is the up and the down part. So the first thing what we need to do after drawing our basic bodies, so I sure so we sabi draw basic bodies now, even those where they beginners. If you know say you be beginner, I get video for my channel on how to draw basic bodies, but make I just run them over again. So you insert your shoulder measurement, your armhole measurement, your shoulder to the bust line measurement, the shoulder to the under bust measurement, and the shoulder to the waist measurement. So those measurements, they're very important. So when you take your basic measurements, just include those measurements, and then you go draft the bodies. So after you don't draft that, you don't take those measurements, you go also don't forget to take the bust span measurement, that is the nipple to nipple measurement. So for this particular pattern, the nipple to nipple measurement na 8 inches. 8 divided by 2 na 4 inches. So from the center front, I mark 4 inches to this bust line and also to the waistline. Then I connect the lines together. But for the upper side of this bodies, I come for the shoulder line, I divide them, measure them into 2, then I come draw line to meet the bust line. So now there where we did now. The next thing we want to do now, go come for this bust line. I don't already indicate them, come up by 1 inch. Then from the bust line, so you will still come down by 1 inch. So you see them. Then for the under bust, you will take 1 inch for the both sides of the under bust line. Then you will also come the waistline, take the same 1 inch for the both sides of the waistline. Then use your straight ruler, connect the lines rather. So after you don't connect and finish, you will come use, if you use your curved ruler, if you use your straight ruler, anyone way you like. So I just use this my curved ruler, they connect them to meet this 1 inch where we come down from the bust line. So I will just connect them like this. So after we don't connect this line finish, the next thing we will go do for this bust line, I will just go up by 1.5 inch or 2 inches. So the amount of inches where you go up from the bust line, it totally depends on you. If you go up by 2 inches, if you go up by 1 inch. So for this one now, I'll just go up by 2 inches. So these 2 inches now, I'll come mark the bust separation, that is that distance in between the 2 breasts. So from here now, I will come use my straight ruler, take connect them. Yes, after I don't connect them here like this, I'll come use this curved ruler, connect from that point to the under bust line for here, like so. So I don't connect them like this. The next thing what we go do, I will come for this upper chest line. I will mark the radius of the bust. So the radius of the bust and the distance between this bust line and this under bust line, and for here now 3 inches. So I will just come from this bust line, go up by 3 inches, and then I go add ½ inch for full coverage. So if you like to show skin for your own, just leave am for 3 inches there, but make I just put small coverage. Then to mark the dart legs for this upper side, you go insert the same dart leg where you put here. So we come here from here by 1 inch here, 1 inch here. So now the same thing we go put here, only say this side we go make am 1.5, just to eliminate gaping for that side of the bust. So we go put 1 inch here. Then we go use our ruler, they connect them to this 1 inch where we come off from the bust line. So I hope so now understand them. So this 1 inch where we come up here, we go connect them, we use and connect the darts. So just to make sure say the dart lines they equal, so that we no go get any short edge from anywhere, make I just measure them. So this one na 3 inches, this one na 2.5 inch. So we'll just add ½ inch for this side, so that it go dey equal with the second leg. Alright, so we don't get that side. The next thing we want to do now to connect the curve. So I go use this side of my cup this time around. This side of my curve. Now I go use connect them. I no go use that other flat side. So you see, this cup now they different from the one where we first draft. So we don't get this side of the cup. The next thing we want to do now to get this second side. So I go just come for this bust line. I go still insert the radius of the bust. The radius now 3 inches plus ½ inch for accommodation of the bust. Now, not say the side towards this armpit, now they get more fuller bust, so we'll just put ½ inch to accommodate them. But if you like, if you put 1 inch. So there you have it. The next thing I will just use this my curve ruler, my straight ruler, connect this curve like connect this point to this place. Then I will use this curve ruler, they connect them. If you connect them like this, if you connect them like this, so I will just connect my own like this with this side of my curve ruler. So this side done ready. The next thing we want to do now, we want insert our style line. So just come here, see this side of the cup. So just mark ½ inch downwards from here, or from this bust line here. I hope so now they see I'm just mark ½ inch downwards. Then come here too, mark ½ inch downwards too. So when you don't mark that ½ inch for that side, it depends on how you want to make your own be. You fit still come here. When you don't mark ½ inch from this side, if you still come for this upper side, mark ½ inch upwards. That is from the bust line. If you still come here for the bust line too, mark ½ inch upwards. So you see them. Then you use your curved ruler. Before you use your curved ruler, connect them though, just come here. If you connect them directly to this point here, but it's always preferable to come out by ½ inch here. Then from this center line, come out still by another ½ inch. So ½ inch here, ½ inch here. Then use your straight ruler, they connect the darts. So just connect them like this and like this. So you see them. So the same thing where you do for that side, now you go do for this side. So connect them like this and connect them like this. So you see now, the next thing we want to do now to just cut out the cups, because this part now is done ready. So make we cut now. But before we cut, we go insert our side seam for the pattern. So to insert the side seam, we go start with the bust measurement. So the bust now 36 divided by 4, 9 inches, plus this 1 inch dart allowance, 10 inches, plus 1 inch for sewing allowance, 11. So the same 11 I will go put for the bust line. Then we'll come for the under bust. Under bust now 7.5 inches, that is 30 divided by 4. So plus this 2 inch dart allowance, 9.5 inches, plus 1 inch for sewing, 10.5 inches. So that 10.5 inch we don't mark them there. Then for this side, the bust waistline are 32 divided by 4, 8, plus 2 inch dart, 10, plus 1 inch for sewing allowance, 11. So we'll just use our straight ruler, connect them like this, then ensure say you blend out all the sharp curves. All your sharp curves, just blend them out so that everything go dey smooth. The next thing we want to do now is to cut out the pattern. So make we cut now. So when you dey cut your own for your fabric, don't forget to add your seam allowance. So you go cut the midpoint of the dart. So see, I make I put them down now, make una see. So this one at the top, this one are also the top, then this na the bottom. So you see, the next thing we want to do now, I go take another piece of paper, I go put them under this one, I go also put them under this one. So these two, this 1 and 2 and 2 and 4 go dey together, these two way dey down go dey together. So now like this we go close, see the dart, so we go close this dart now. Make I come do one now, come show now. So just take your sellotape, you see these two, just put them together, make it no overlap, just make it dey side by side. Then use your sellotape, tape them together, then close the down part of the dart. So when you don't close the down part of the dart, you take the same sellotape, just put them on top your paper like this, so that it will hold the paper to the new one. Then use your pen, biro, either you trace them out or you just use scissors, cut them out directly. So just cut them out directly, or you trace it, you retrace it out. So make I trace them out, make una see them. So this part now where they open, go meet this part here, then here like this. So I just want to make it dey legible for now to see, so that complaint no go dey again. Okay, so now like this you go dey, then you use your scissors, just cut them out. So if I open am now, una go see say this upper part and the lower part now I just trace out. So I don't want to make any error there again this time around. That is why I take this pin to do them like this. Yes, so we're good to go. See, we don't do this side. So this one now like this we go take put them on top our fabric, cut them. So the second part now, so you see say now like this the dart they say they open for top here. So now we won't close this dart. So now the idea be that we just close this dart for the top part. Take your sellotape, no lap them together, or just make sure say they side by side. Take your sellotape, hold them together. So the upper part of the darts we don't close them. So now see, this na number 1, this na number 3. Now him dey up. Then take another piece of paper. So make sure say the paper align well. So just make sure say you close am like this. Then take your, see am, then take another piece of paper. We go still trace am out the way we will take trace the lower one. So just use your paper like this, trace it out. So now the exact thing wey we do for the former video be that, only say the paper was not too clear, so many people no too understand wetin we do for that side. So you see am, now see exact shape now we will get. So wetin I go just do, I will just take this sellotape, I go take and hold am for the down, for this part I go take and hold am down before I will come use scissors cut am. So make we cut now. So alright my people, now see the cup. So now so the cup go be, see number 1, number 2. So now like this we go take join them together for the down. So that means say now only 2 cups up and down now we will cut. So now like this the up and down cup go come there. So we'll just cut them like, we will sew am like this, attach them for our fabric when we cut the fabric. So see the center front and see the side front. So this one go dey unfold, this one go dey unfold, and this one go dey side, 2 side. So now the pattern be this. So this now the first cup where we cut. This one just get 2 sides, 2 joining, one for the right, one for the left. So this now just 2 joining, we'll just join them together. We'll cut this cup separately, then join them together. So this one now don't form 2 cups too. This one are just up and down, this one are left and right, this one are up and down. So now see the difference of in the 2 cups. So the next thing we want to do now, one cut the third type of bra cup, and that one will get 2 sides for the down, go get 2 sides for the down and 1 side for up. So make we cut them now. Alright, so the third type of cup where they get 2, that is the 3-part cup. Now we want drafts, so where they get 3 parts, 1 for the top and 2 for the down. So now that one now we want draft now, and we don't use our basic bodies take start the process. So where we did now be say we don't already come up from here. I hope so now understand how we take arrive at this point now. So from here we just come up by, we just from this bust line go up by 2 inches, come out by ½ inch here, connect them. So from this point now we can connect them direct to the under bust. So from this under bust we don't already take 1 inch for the both sides. Then come for this side now to create the other side of the cup. So from this other side now, just add ½ inch to the radius of the bust. And I know say the radius where we work with since now 3 inches. So plus ½ inch, that is 3.5 inches. So just connect your own like this. So you see, now we don't almost day set. The next thing we will want to be say, we'll just come from here, still from this shoulder point, we go mark the ½ inch for this part here. So now we will connect to the bust line. Then we'll just come up here by 1 inch. So from this 1 inch now, if you come here, take 1.5 inch for that side, then take ½ inch for this other side. So just connect them. Use your curved ruler, take connect this side to the armhole. So you see them. Then from here just connect this side to here. So in case you want make your own cup dey like this, just use this side of your ruler, connect them like this. So we don't set for that side. The next thing we want to do be say we want come from the style line. So that style line now the division, if you just use your own creativity, just bring your creativity into play here. So from here, if you just come down from here by 1 inch or half, maybe we just do them now. So from here, I want come down here by ½ inch. From this bust line, I will just come here by ½ inch. From this other side, I will still come down by ½ inch. Then I will connect from this point. I will just connect them to this 1 inch mark there. So you just stay creative with your own pattern. So you see so this side now don't set. The next thing we want to do now to just insert the side seam. So you see we'll cut out these two parts. This one now one, this one too now one, because all they up. This one are 2, this one are 3. So you see this side now we'll cut arm come out, go join them together for the top. Then this one go they separate. So make we do it now. Make we first insert the side seam. So the side seam now bust 36 divided by 4, 9 inches. So that 9 inches, we'll add the 1 inch for that here. That is 10. Plus 1 inch for the sewing seam allowance, 11. So make I just mark out this line. So 11. Then we'll come for the under bust. The under bust now 30 divided by 4, 7.5. Plus these 2 darts, 2 inch darts, 9.5. Plus the 1 inch for sewing allowance, 10.5. So we'll come the waistline, the same thing. Waist 32 divided by 4, 8. Plus 2 inch for that, 10. Plus 1 inch for sewing, 11. So we'll just mark out all the lines. So you see very easy and straightforward. The next thing we want to do now to just cut out our pattern. Cut here, cut this part like so, cut this side. So in case you want to make your own get yoke, you won't use your yoke, you just cut out the upper part, keep aside, no throw am. So this side, the side seam, then you go come here like this, just cut out this side. So cut out number 3, and so you see this now number 3. Then you cut out the center fronts and number 2. So this thing, you don't really get any hard and fast rule. Now just your creativity now you go bring to play for here. So cut out number 2. Alright, so we don't cut out number 2. So this now the center front. Then we'll cut out the top part. So cut out the top parts. So you see this now go come be the, make I put them down now, make you see. So this side now will be the top. This side, when I see them, we go join these 2 and 3, we go join them together for the down, come attach them to the top. So this side go come get stitch line. So we'll just cut this one 3, cut this one, then cut this one separately, then attach them. So this one will come be the 3 parts. Now the 3 parts break up, now be this one. So this one now now the center front. So you see, this now the center front. Then make I bring the other one so we first cut. So this one now the one we get two parts, up and down. So that now the down, this now the up. So this now up and down. Make I just take out the side and the center front. So make I move them to go one side. So this now the up and down, and this now the two sides. So now see this now left, right, up, down, up, 1, 2, up, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So this one are 3 parts, this one are 2 parts, this one are 2 parts. So I hope say this video was helpful to you. So for the next video, I will cut them with our fabric so that when I will see how we take sew everything together. So I thank you for watching. I will see you for the next lesson. Bye bye. Alright, so we don't go cut. See the fine Ankara fabric where we use cut them. So see. So the next thing we will go do now, make I just go join them, make una for see the sample how it be. So this one now, this 1 3, this one for up, I go join them for here like this together. Then this one I go join them for this side. Now see then this one I don't already go join the cups. I don't join the 2 for the down. See, and I don't already join the top to ram. So I use the same fabric take do the lining for 1 cup. So this one don't dey ready. Make I go do the other 2 now. Come show now. I dey come and no go take. Alright my people, we don't go join the cups together. So now see the second one, the one we get up and down, the 2 sides. So see the cups, see the cup here. So you see, even without putting anything inside, see I not put anything inside though, but you see say the shape come out well. So this one don't set. Then this one, the one we get 2 sides, 1 side and front. So these 2 side cup, now see even without putting anything inside the cup, see nothing there inside, but yet the cup stand well. So you see, so I don't put the paper, the pattern there. Then see this one, we get 3 cups, 3 parts, the first, the second and the third. So you see even without putting anything inside, I just use the same fabric take do the lining just for this illustration purpose. So you see everything just come out well. So now everything where they related to this 3-part cup. So you now you feel they innovative with your own. Just try to improve, to just they creative. Try to make different styles, different patterns for your own. So thank you for watching. I beg give this video they useful. Make you try help me like, share and subscribe. So my friend comment for the last one where we post say the thing no clear. So I hope say the thing don't dey clearer now. Thank you for watching. I will see you for the next video. Now bye bye.